Greetings, hello, and welcome to a little bit of a channel update. I know, I promised to do this earlier this week already, but I never got around to really think about what I want to talk about and also then getting it recorded. So here we are. First of all, I wanted to give you a quick overview or status update on what you see here in the background. Now you might be wondering, that looks like XCOM, I know that. And you see find the skirmishers, so that looks like War of the Chosen. And then we go here and you see squads infiltrating, advanced strength. Yeah, that's Long War of the Chosen. So this is the current alpha version of Long War of the Chosen. Well, that's a mission that's ready. So let me just go out of this and talk. So it's currently in development. It's fully playable. Apparently, some other testers have already completed a full campaign. There are a lot of things that are not yet in. Actually, in my test runs, I've not encountered any of the Chosen yet, but they were recently added, and we should encounter them soon in this campaign. Balancing is a little bit all over the place, mostly because Training Center allows you to unlock multiple skills per tier, and if we just go into our armory quickly and look at any of our sharpshooters, yes, if you unlock Death from Above and Snapshot in the current version of the mod, you can take unlimited shots as long as you get the killing blow, which is quite strong. Anyway, so that is something that I'm playing on Twitch actually. So I don't have any plans currently to bring that to YouTube because it's an alpha. We restarted a bunch of times. Lots of people died. It's been very sad the last few times. Now I'm gonna put this link to my Twitch channel down in the description below, and I usually, if I get around to actually playing, then it's sometimes on the weekend, so Friday, Saturday or Sunday, or in the late European evening or night hours almost. So around 10 p.m. Central European time. Like, don't expect me to start any sooner than that. And yeah, other than that, so it's mainly Long War 2 with lots of, well, you see covert actions from War of the Chosen. And while I'm not gonna play a mission right now, one of the biggest advantages, you know, heard about the performance improvements and loading time improvements with War of the Chosen. Yeah, that. So anyone who's seen the more recent missions, where you actually saw a loading screen, yeah, that's a little bit faster here.
Be advised, self-detonating charges are in place at the target. Move to disarm and extract the package before its contents are destroyed.
So, and if you are also interested in maybe playtesting, maybe giving feedback, etc., I'm also going to put a link in the description where you can download the current version of Long War of the Chosen, and where you can join the GitHub discussion. And if you're using Discord, there's also a very active Discord channel where the main modders are very active and constantly, well, looking for feedback or mainly looking for help with bug fixing, because there's still a lot of stuff that's kind of broken. So that's that. What else I want to talk about? Well, this is happening on Twitch. So what's happening on my YouTube channel? At the moment, I will continue the current Long War 2 campaign with the goal of liberating all regions. That's gonna be quite a while and a little bit of work. So I expect going forward there's gonna be one episode of that each day. That's the minimum. Then there's two things that I want to actually start up, which are gonna take, if I can manage to find the time to record it, the other slots. So let me just go out of here, change this. Now, well, come on OBS, do what I want you to do. I think it's better if I just make a cut and combine that. Okay, here we are. So within the next, I want to say a few days, I kind of want to start a War of the Chosen campaign. The thing I'm not entirely sure about yet is how I wanna, what kind of mods I want to throw at the whole thing. I'm gonna give you a quick overview of like some mod lists here that I'm also gonna put in the description below the video, which I'm gonna take inspiration from. I'm not gonna take them over completely. And then some basic ideas with stuff where I say, yeah, that's gonna be in there, definitely. So first of all, the mod lists in question. The good old Marbusier recently finished a War of the Chosen modded campaign, which has this mod list, which generally looked very interesting. Now there is these factions, I'm not sure if I find them quickly, which he had, and I'm not sure that that was all that interesting, but lots of interesting enemies, classes in there, so that's something I want to take some inspiration from. Similarly, Christopher Ott, I think, finished a campaign a few months at this point ago, like 6 weeks ago, I think he finished it. Also with some custom classes, lots of additional enemies, and I'm sure between these two campaigns finishing and today, there have also been some new released mods. And obviously then from my previous War of the Chosen campaign, I'd also like to take some of these mods that I was using here. So what I'm definitely going to be using is a better Advent, because for me that's kind of the gold standard of AE improvement, and I just like the primes mechanically, and that's cool. Some more variety in enemies, that's fine. That's not too crazy. Yeah. What I'm not going to be using, definitely, is a better barracks, because I just want to play around with other new classes if I'm gonna use class mods. Yeah. And instead of, last time I used a better campaign to increase the enemy squad sizes, but I think I found a hopefully better solution, which is pod sized increased or scaled with force level here. So basically just the later you get into the game, the more enemies there will be per pod. The better campaign had, I think, the downside that at the start of the campaign you already had the increased pod sizes. Then you had these weird situations where I was starting with 5 soldiers instead of 4, but then just upgrading to 6, and lots of weird stuff. Other than that, besides these two mods that I really want to use, and the one that I don't want to use, I'm pretty much open to a lot of things. So if you have any strong feelings either way, have a look through the mod lists. Feel free to point out stuff where you think, yeah, I should definitely use that, or no, don't use that, that's crazy. Or if there's something else that's not on any of the free lists, I'm really open to suggestions. I might not be able to reply to everything. I'm certainly going to read through everything. So interested to see what you think would be interesting. Generally, I don't want to have any fancy special rules for myself. Just straightforward playing. Like the two things that I'm gonna say, I'm probably not gonna be using repeaters, and I'm not gonna using mimic beacons, but anything else is on the table here. And ideally I wanna maybe start recording the first episode this weekend. We'll see. Now the other thing, if you're watching the titles of my tabs here, you might already have guessed it. I think 2 weeks ago, Urban Warfare for BattleTech was released, which is a new expansion which adds a lot of city maps, etc. And I actually never looked at the career mode in BattleTech, which is basically just you as a mercenary company get contracts, kill enemies. So getting rid of the whole story. And if you remember the end of the campaign, I said I wasn't really a fan of the story. It wasn't so compelling and not much replay value, in my opinion at least. So having a completely basically sandboxy free game might be very interesting. So that's something I might start. So the general idea is, going forward, and again, assuming that I find the time to actually record all that stuff, 1 episode of Long War 2 Liberate the World per day, and then either BattleTech or a new modded War of the Chosen as a second video per day. And if we have longer episodes of anything, that might mean we have just a single video per day, because, you know, my day only has 24 hours. And I do have other stuff to do, but that's generally kind of where I want to go. So let me know in the comments, or if you're just fine with everything, don't let me know. Also, 2 quick things on character pools. For the new War of the Chosen campaign, I'm gonna be using, well, the current character pool that I have in War of the Chosen, and I will add anyone who joined in the recent Long War campaign. Hopefully I don't forget anyone. If you're in the pool and want something changed, let me know. If you're not in the pool and want to join, let me know. If you're not in the pool and don't want to join, you know, need to let me know. Also, if you want to be in pilot in BattleTech, sure. Just keep in mind that probably there will be at most, I want to say 8, maybe 10 pilots in the campaign, or not campaign, whatever we're doing there. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Looking forward to some suggestions and comments, and thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.